Hello and welcome to the fourth video in the series. Thank you so much for all the previous viewers and subscribers that have, subscribed to my not tutorial, more like my vlog. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for all the support and the comments, and I hope to continue to see you guys in the next videos. So today, I plan to talk about the player movement, which is coding the player movement and also adding the animations to the player movement, and also testing out the player movement so we can make sure that it works properly, because we're probably going to use that same blueprint for the enemies as well. So first off, let's start by accessing our Godot. Let's open it. I think for next videos, I'll probably start the Godot before I even say anything. I think that would save us a lot more time. So scroller. Okay, so this is where we stopped on our previous video. Not here, yeah. So we finished coding the player movement. We had the fall animation, idle, jump, left run, and right run. So today we are going to write our own personal code that will deal with the player movement, move left, move right, jump, and gravity, and all that. So let's get into it. So first off, we already have a script for the player. If you want to access that script, you can just click here. It says open script player.gd. You go there. So usually, I believe from Godot 4 or 4.2 and above, they already have a pre-built script for you to make use of. But I prefer to use my own personal script. That way I know exactly what I'm typing and where to access it. So let's just clean everything and save it. And we'll probably do the same thing for the enemy just in case we get to it. Okay, so we are at the player now. First off, we want to extend the character body 2D, which means that we want to take classes and properties and features from the character body 2D. So extends character body 2D. Okay, I believe the letters are too small. Let me increase the size. Is it this? Let's see, like this. Yeah, here it is. Okay, extends character body 2D. Next, we want to give it variables. Variables like the speed, the gravity, the jump force, attack force, and all that. But for today, we're just going to deal with the speed. Well, let me just add some comments. Let's say player variables. Player variables. Yep. And we're going to say, we'll start with var. Var, let's call it speed. And that speed, let's give it, we'll eventually change these values to find the right fit for our game. But let's give it, let's say 190. Yeah, that's okay. Var, let's say we also want the jump force, which is how hard should I say, or how far should we jump when we tap the jump button. So let's say, or let's just call it jump power. Let's give it a let's say 245. And last but not the least, let's give it a gravity. Gravity can be, let's say, for now, let's put it a very high number. Let's just say 1000. 1000, which is good. So now we are done with the player variables for now. Next, we want to bring in our physics process. Let's just do that. So we start with, because physics process is a function, so we bring it in, and it's an inbuilt function, meaning that it comes with Godot function, and it's called physics. Yeah, here's the physics process delta. So basically, anything that you write or you type in this physics process, it happens every frame. That's every 60 seconds. It's just a way of telling Godot that every 60 seconds, I want you to check if any of these codes are running. So physics process. Now let's start with gravity, meaning that when I when my player is up, I want him to fall down, which I want gravity to apply to the player. So let's just give it a comment. Let's say apply gravity to the player. Okay, so let's say let's do something simple. If is on floor, or no, if you are if not on floor, yeah, if you are not on the floor, then which means that if you're not on the floor, which means you are in the air, which means then the velocity along the y-axis would be plus equals to gravity times delta. Good. So if I'm not on the floor, meaning that I'm in the air, I want you to increase the gravity along the velocity, sorry, along the y-axis, meaning that in in vector in vector math, when you're going up it's negative, when you're coming down it's positive. So I want you to positively increase it, and that's it. So let's save it and let's play it. Oh no, I haven't done something, sorry about that. So after we're done with this, let's also add our move and slide. Move and slide. So basically move and slide is just saying everything that I've typed, everything that I've written, apply it to my game. And it also, move and slide also is a very powerful tool to automatically apply like collisions and other aspects of the game without you actually typing them, without you typing them, explicitly. So let's do that. But first, we actually have to, let's say, we have to create a space where we can test out our code. So let's go to the main scene, which is the only scene that we're going to have for the game. And let's create something small where we can bring in the character. So first off, we'll go to the main scene. First off, we'll go to the main scene. Then we will create a static body. Let's say add child node. Let's call it a static body 2D. Then we'll give this static body a color rect. I just want to create like a small, should I call it a small floor where the character can be in. And come here, plus let's give it a collision shape 2D. Good. So let's bring this here. Okay, let's bring this here. Then the collision shape needs a shape, obviously. Oh, you know what? Let's expand this and do it like this. Yep. And let's give the collision shape a shape. And let's bring it here. Okay, good. And let's expand it here, 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 and here. Let's just do this. Perfect. Let's save it. And then next we have to bring the player into the main scene. So we come to the main scene. Here we can instantiate a child scene. So just click instantiate. And we want to instantiate the player scene. You can do this, or you can just directly drag the player from the scenes. We have the scenes here. Player, just drag the player here and boom. Then save it. So now let's play it and see if the gravity works. Boom. That's good. That's what we like to see. So you can see the gravity is working. And if we should remove move and slide, which means that now the Godot wouldn't know what to do with this code. It just sees it as a plain code. So let's play it and see. And nothing happens. It doesn't know what to do with it. It just knows that it's there. So let's activate it. So I'm just trying to show you the importance of move and slide. And let's cancel that out. That's good. Save it. And next, let's do the player movements, which is to move left and right and all that. So first of all, we have to define our directions. Let's just say apply player movements. Sorry, player movement. movements. So in the player movement, first off, we have to give it the code for left and right, and we have to assign them to a single variable. Let's just say var, usually it's just called, let's just say player direction. Var player direction is equal to inputs dot get axis. We want to get the axis of the left, and we also want to get the axis of the right. Good. So now that we have, it's like we've assigned left and right all to this single variable, which is player direction. Good. So now if the player direction is, if the player direction is true, that's I'm touching the left or right key. If it's true, then I want you to increase velocity in any of the directions that I'm touching. So let's just say the velocity along the x-axis will be equal to our speed times the player direction, whichever direction I'm facing. Good. Then after that, if we are not moving at all, else, if we're not touching the left or the right key, we want you to do absolutely nothing. Just stand there. So velocity along the x-axis will be equals to, you guessed it, 0. Don't do anything. And we'll save it. Okay, so let's test it out before we go too far. And play. Boom. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Good. All right. This is looking good. I love it when the code is so simple like this. This is probably what we're going to use throughout the game. So after that, we now want to focus on the jump. So let's just say player jump. You guessed it, it's still going to be the same thing. We'll just say if, you remember how we said not on floor? So now we want to only jump if we are on the floor, except if we plan to have like a double jump feature in the game. We can say, okay, if not on floor, which is if I'm still in the air, then if I tap jump, then jump again. So now if I'm on the floor, I want you to do this. If I'm on the floor and my inputs, that's if the inputs is action pressed, if I just pressed the jump button, which is space bar, if I press that jump button, I want the velocity along the y-axis to be minus equal to our I think I called it jump power. Yeah, remember what I said? Minus if you're going up, positive if you want to come down. Our jump force. Okay, so I believe that this is okay. Let's see, let me reduce the size so we can see everything. Good. So space it out, pum pum, and pum pum. So we apply gravity, we apply player movements. Let's see, player movement, left and right, and player jump. So let's play it and see. We have gravity, we have right, we have left, and we have jump. Yep. Okay, this jump power is too small. So probably in the next video we'll figure it out how to add a proper jump power. This is too small. It's too small. So I think we'll stop here for today. In the next video, we're going to focus on adding the animations, left and right animations, the jump animations, the fall animation, and also how to handle the values for the jump power, speed, and the gravity. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Cheers.